love, like we were talking about love. Love is something that you feel, it's something that doesn't get imposed on you. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that was the way our forefathers used to go about certain things, whereby, that's why you see like cousins who marry one another. You know what I mean? Like those kind of arranged marriage, which in a way was pretty much not fair. Like and you see like there was some arranged marriage that actually turned out to be good, and there was some arranged marriage that turned out to be horrific. Whereby you see the man is very abusive or something like that, and they just get married out of financial interest. In a way, it's like they offer the lady or the daughter like a sacrificial lamb, in a sense. It's like it being a daughter or it being a man. But I think the people who suffered a lot about this arranged marriage are pretty much the women. You know what I mean? Because men were in the position to choose. You know what I mean? And I feel like, maybe out of interest, people back in the days too, like between the fathers, they would discuss and they would decide upon the children. Maybe at times the decision wasn't really made out of the children, so it was the parents who decided for them, which I feel in a way was pretty much unfair. You know what I mean? Love is a natural feeling that everybody deserves to feel. It's a feeling that people, when you're put in this earth, at least you should experience love, which is very necessary. So the arranged marriage aspect of it, I feel like in a way, to a great extent, not everybody, people were acting out of their beliefs, out of their culture, and they had to abide, and they didn't want it to be the bad seed, like the person who defied, culture, so they felt obliged, to abide to certain ways of doing. But I feel like arranged marriage was a very, 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 to a certain extent, there was no emotions. But then if I have to play the devil's advocate, if I have to look at it from a different perspective, arranged marriage prevented a lot of people to get divorced, for instance. Arranged marriage prevents a lot of people to get divorced. Why? Okay, the reason why I want to play the devil's advocate, because nowadays we know that the divorce rate nowadays is getting, it's over exaggerated now. It's now getting ridiculous. So yeah, so the fact that the family gets involved, whereby who the auntie is, who's the grandma, who's the nephew, who's that and that and that, in a way, everybody felt involved into that marriage, and they didn't want it to see it to fail. Like, okay, the reason why we're giving this daughter here, and families, they'll feel more connected compared to a wedding whereby I'm in love with a certain individual and I'm going to marry her and all that, and it happened. But arranged marriage, what it did, it reduced the rate of divorce, if I have to say. Like, once you're married to a certain individual, you're bound for life, and that in a way, it kept that family body, you know what I mean, whereby the children grew up in the household was those mommy and daddy, right? Which of course they might not have been loved, I don't know, but then there was still that masculine figure and a feminine figure, and they know how to evolve. The mother will nurture for the daughters, teach her how to be a good wife in the long run, and the father will take care of the man, like how to be a good man in the society when you grow up, and all that, how to be a protector, how to be a provider. So all these aspects, I feel like, from one extent, it was bad, the fact that not every individual will feel the love because of the divorce rate. Right. Like you can just wake up one day like, I don't love you anymore, disregarding the fact that you have children together. That's what hurts me a lot, whereby two individuals, you decided to bring life into the world, right? And through, pretty much well that by divorcing, our children are not going to have the best education they could ever have. Because if the father is on one hand doing his life, leading his own life, and the mother is on the other hand leading her own life, by way you see the child, for example, if the child is with the mother, the mother could get married with another man, you know. And the other man also, you don't know the kind of love that he has toward that child. He could mistreat the child. And on the other hand, also the husband, the father, he could get married with another woman. And how is the woman going to accept the child? So there's already that killer move. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I feel like when the family is involved, all these things really get reduced to a certain extent, whereby there's that protection of the family unit. You see, there's that protection because the family is involved. You know, everybody will have a certain scrutiny over your marriage.